Welcome back, everyone, to Nazi Germany. And, I'm not streaming this time. I'll just be recording a few episodes, like, normally. Just because, you know, it is possible, and ooh, really now, not paid licenses. What? There are countries not lending civilian factories for licensed production. That's a new thing. Didn't used to exist. Oh, there's also the stations. Although, of course, like, since I'm not using music, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't care because that's how Millennium Dawn works. You don't pay for the licenses. Okay. So anyway, in case you do not remember, or in case you were missing the streams, you can go watch them, by the way. So essentially what's happening is we are trying to make Germany Nazi again, even though, well, we are still social democratic because of, because of the game's restrictions, but we're working on it, and we are helping the mega Nazi Swedes attack Finland, because of course it takes forever to autosave. Can I go with the autosave on, like, I'm sure I'll regret this, like, half a year. I'm sure I'm going to regret this, so no, monthly, it's fine. So essentially we are helping out the Swedes, who are nationalist, even though they're gonna get overturned by the Social Democrats at some point, overthrown, attack the Finnish, because the focus tree over here lets them do a lot of nasty things. And they decided to do a lot of nasty things. They're being helped out by Russia, funnily enough, and by us. The only reason we're doing that is so that, some weird, crazy nationalist government can take over a lot of the North European areas, and that would, at least I think, be good for us, because if the nationalists can survive in power in Sweden, then that means I'm gonna be able to attack them without them being in, like, NATO or whatever. And in fact, they've already, like, left NATO and a lot of stuff, so who knows? Maybe even if they turn back to social democracy, they're going to continue being, little isolationist bitches, which means that when we turn nationalists, we can attack them and kill them. So it's a really 4D chess move. And right now I'm taking the Agenda 2010, which is glorious, but, it's gonna take a while for us to be able to really get going down to the focus tree. Ooh, look at the Americans. And yeah, right now we are trying to use our superior troops to win this war, which is going to be done by encircling all of the enemy forces in the north. And the reason this war is so difficult is not because of Finland, it's because they are getting support from Saudi Arabia and the United States. So we're supporting the Swedes along with Russia. So yeah, that's that. Right, Agenda 2010 has been done. In case you do not know, that's a reform of the German state and economy. So yeah, pretty great stuff. We do need homegrown software and those things, so let's take the Auffangbank. Inspired by American Resolution Trust Corporations, or RTCs, the Schröder administration has brainstormed the creation of a German bad bank-esque financial institute to predict and avoid future financial crises. But that would never happen now, would it? Certainly not 4.5 years from now, because of really retarded stock market practices. Certainly this will never happen. So yes, we are about to cut them off. However, we need our allies to help. So yeah. Obviously, it takes a while to do that. Korea. Armored spearhead, flexible defense. Okay, that's just the normal stuff. So Right now I'm just waiting for... someone to send another unit here and another unit here so that I can, you know, cut these guys off without really risk. Would this work? I sure hope that they do not want to come in here. Come on, get the cutoff. Alright, cutoff secured. We just need the... King Faisal Armored Brigade is trying to move. Okay. Alright, so we got here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack there, so that we can push back the front line. And then attack there, so we can push back the front line again, and require less troops to guard it. We have 1 million political power. What can we do? We could increase military spending, but that's expensive because we have the German legacy spirit, which makes it 500 times more expensive, or 5 times more expensive. And we can get better spending by upholding conscription, so no problem there. We could go for fast growth. There is no point in supporting like any party right now, so we're not going to do that. Can we take any interesting decisions? That's people doing things to us, that's great. We could combat foreign influence, because we have a 67% chance in independence, but who cares? We have extensive welfare state, advanced universal. Yeah, we pretty much have everything that we want except for the military spending, and the military spending it's like, you know, later. Ooh, right. We could get global interventionism, which would allow us to generate war goals. Now. Officer basic training, limited interventionism, volunteer service for women, volunteer service, ooh. It would be better to get more recruitable population. But apparently that reduces division attack by like quite a lot. Alright, let's definitely getting better officers would be good, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna take global interventionism. Because that means that with 15% war tension, which, you know, is less than what we have right now, so we can generate war goals now, which is quite good. Or, well, I mean, it would if they were like not democracies. So, like, for example, we can generate on Sweden because they're nationalist. That's just really, really good. And as long as we're democratic, obviously, you know, we're not going to be able to justify war goals on other democracies or emerging and non-aligned people that have not made world tension. Oh, well, I mean, I guess against anyone that did not generate world tension, even nationalists, which is pretty weird. Oh, Somalia was puppeted. By whom? What? By Jubaland. Okay. Apparently Somalia is just gonna be... That's an interesting picture. Apparently Somalia is just gonna be split forever. Because these guys are not fighting each other. Somalia nationalist. Okay, so forever... Alexander Lukashenko re-elected. Superior elections. Well, who could have thought that Alexander Lukashenko would be re-elected? But yeah, as you can see, we have surrounded quite a few enemies, which is quite nice. Martyr 185, thank you so much. I guess research the airborne variant, because there's nothing else that we can research. Very nice. Hey, I wonder if that's also lowered our volunteers and tension. So can we send volunteers? Yes, we can send volunteers. So actually, once we're done with this mess over here, I'm gonna retreat the Eurocorps Deutsch, and I'm gonna send another division instead to get them trained up. Alright, nice. How the hell are some of these guys getting supplied? That's insane. And alright, so essentially what I'm doing now is I'm, lowering the amount of provinces that they have, and that's about it. And then we're gonna come in and destroy them. Yep. Oh no, apparently we're not winning. Somalia has capitulated. Somali National Alliance was puppeted. What the hell's going on in Somalia? Oh, it's this one. So apparently they're also a puppet of Jubaland. So Jubaland has control over itself, Mogadishu, and central Somalia, but not over southwest state. So I have no idea, considering that. I don't know, it's really weird. Alignment debate. Yeah, I wonder if anything... Oh, the Somalian Civil War is over. The nation in Somalia delves into chaos as various separatist groups claim victory over the government. Despite Somalia being an ethnically homogenous country, clan traditions still rule strong and offer a stronger sense of identity than nationality. Several clans have declared self-rule, and a unified Somali republic seems nothing more than a distant dream now. Well, I wonder if that can re-emerge in one way or another, but I doubt it at this point. Yeah, like somehow the American Armored Division is supplied, which is something that's angering the hell out of me. Now, speaking of things that anger the hell out of me, let's get these helicopters back, because they're taking a beating from the Air Forces. So what we're going to do instead... Do they still have planes? No, they don't have planes. We still have zero bloody... Still have zero bloody manpower. Alright. And everyone but the Americans are dead. Let's see if we can get the close air support that we have. Yeah, 2,000. That's good. And we're gonna pull them in. Come on. Come on, close air support. Hello. Game. Okay. Good. So that should be a lot better than the helicopters. Not because they're necessarily better, but because they survive a lot longer. And, the American Armored Division is still around there, which is incredibly aggravating, because somehow they're being supplied. I don't understand how this is possible. Anyway, back Deutsche Bank, no need for that yet. Let's take the homegrown software, because that allows to take all these things later on, such as the radicalized German conservatism, which actually apparently it only requires Angela Merkel. It's BMVI that requires that. Well, that's fine. That is fine, it's okay. So instead, we could just do... Yeah, we could just take army things. Very good. Come on now. Oh, yep. Very nice. We're gonna kill those American tanks, very nice. And now, any expeditionary forces will be sent home. Would that work that way? Oh no, I need to disband the army, right? Yes. What? No, they're still volunteers. Divisions cannot be called home, but they will return. Oh, fuck you, whatever. Ah, well. I guess I'm screwed. Yeah, he can continue training himself, that's fine. And we're gonna send him down and help finish this war. Because I can probably break through somewhere around here, get an encirclement against these guys, then break to the west and encircle these guys. That seems possible. Which countries have generated world tension? America. Can we justify on America? No, because they're the same ideology group. Sweden, the Somali National Alliance. Yeah, we can intervene in Somalia. That's hilarious. That is just absolutely hilarious. And Panama, but I think they're Western. Yeah, the Westerners won the Civil War because there was a civil war there. That's hilarious that we can justify war goal against Somalia. That's just the best thing. Could we even like reach them? I have no idea. Ich habe eine neue Idee. Keine Idee. Okay. Let's see. Would this work? Get the aircraft in there, and it should be fine. Yep. Yeah, look at that. The planes are definitely helping out, along with the Russians. And the Swedish got in there as well. Wow, the Swedes are actually doing something in their own war. Okay, actually, instead of going there, we should be going here. Oh, yeah, definitely we should be going here. Come on. Let him autosave. Yeah. Because all these guys will retreat to here, and the Russians are actually following us. Oh god. The mechanized Saudi Arabian... Okay, good. Good. They are screwed. Very nice. So now their whole front will collapse, and we can just... Once we are out of here... Actually, no, we should just do this. Because it's flat terrain, and so it's gonna be... Wow, look at that. They're very, very fast in this terrain. Any area that's free of forest here? No, but it's fine. We go for Tampere, which is a city. And then Turku. And then see what we can do. Or actually, would perhaps be better to swing around east and get an encirclement on these enemy forces. Alright, we actually need to switch around my aircraft as well. Minus 79%, minus 69%, okay, so that's a better airbase. So now with the aircraft in there, it's going to be a lot easier for us to actually fight. The Finns actually still have tanks over here, which is quite insane. Actually, first, deal with him. So we can surround their mountaineers, I think those are. and destroy them. Actually, I really need to increase the game volume because it's being really quiet, I realized just now. Alright. Okay, much better. Alrighty then. Very nice. So now we can swing around east and front these guys. Thank you, Japan. You give me those investments. That is very nice. Should we go for fast growth? Oh, Austrian elections. OVP. Well, no surprise there, I guess. Wait, why do they have 8% Salafist outlook? What? What kind of nonsense is that? I guess it's because they told the Americans to fuck off or something in the War on Terror or something. They still haven't attacked Iraq though, which is weird AF. Yo, dude, what the fuck? 8 from Germany. Are you sure? Are you sure of that? I'm still getting those factories or whatever that the Americans decided to construct in us, like right at the start. This is taking 1,000,000 years. Ooh, we're actually close to the border. We could just take over the border. Actually, they're coming. Diego Tavares wins in big upset in Portugal. Social Democratic Party. Background writer, sly, and ideology liberal. Ooh, okay. Sounds like a great guy. Nope, cannot do that. Can I beat these guys? Yeah, come on, I can. Yeah. Where's the air support? Are you actually doing any sorties or whatever? Enemy troops bombed. Yeah, you are. Not sure where, though. You're not exactly telling me. Now, you're not being very helpful now, are you? Anyway, the Finnish army is slowly but surely collapsing, so pretty optimistic about this. Come on then. Very, very close to encircling the remnants. Alright, and instead of just standing there, I'm gonna move down and encircle this as well. Oh, another thing that we can do with political power, obviously, is getting the Netherlands under our wing. And we could do the economic exploitation, but again, that's not exactly the easiest thing ever. I'm gonna target the Netherlands' independence, and I'm gonna get some influence, and I'm gonna target their independence again. I'm gonna get influence again. More influence. More influence. More influence. Very good. So, you know, I'm probably a couple years away from getting them as a puppet. Alright. Could go for a cool vote, actually. La Peneranta seems to be empty of enemies. That militia's coming in, but, you know, it was inevitable. Alright. Now I just push in and get these militias off. Very nice. And prevent them from linking up with their buddies. Oh, there's the tanks. Or no, I guess it wasn't the tanks. That was probably Russians. Alright, so these guys are screwed. But I also need to stop these guys. Yup. And move east, because these guys should be mostly dealt with. So we finish off this Finnish airborne, looks like. I think that's an airborne division. Well, division, probably like brigade or regiment. Alright, that's the end of them. And these guys will probably be finished off by the Swedish. Alright. Give me more civilian factories. I like civilian factories. Okay. Very close to Helsinki, and it doesn't look like there's actually any Finns in Helsinki. So that's fine. Alright. Encirclement time. Very good. And now we get around to Helsinki. And yeah, they moved in the Marines, but not strong enough. They are. So once we take Helsinki, this war should be over. Oh whoa! Distance from Sweden. I wonder what could have caused that. All right, and that's the end of them. That's the end of this war. All right. So what wars are going on right now? Well, there's still wars that the Swedish are fighting, but they're with the other people in the Baltic. And the other people in the Baltic... Actually, these guys don't have any volunteers. So maybe we could, like, you know, land and kill Estonia or something.